Hello everyone, welcome to a Divergent Dream. Thank you for joining us for an evening of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Ali and tonight I will be your Dungeon Master. We're thrilled to be streaming at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. This game will run for about 3 hours with a break in the middle. For those who are new to D&D, everyone here plays a fantasy character in a fantasy universe. The 5 players each have their own unique characters with cheats that tells them who they are, what they can do, the deepest secrets, the deepest desires, and what dice to roll. They will be most rolling a 20-sided die to see if they succeed in what they're trying to do. 20 is good. 1 is hilariously bad. While the players play their characters, everything else in such universe is played by me. People, monsters, dreams, nightmares, weather, etc. Between me describing the war and the story, the players describing what they want to do, and some dice to keep things a little unpredictable, we will tell our story. Now, let me introduce my players.
Hi, I'm Nat, and I'm a security, education, and recreation reinforcement automaton. But you can call me Sarah. Kindly use she/her pronouns for both of us. Thank you. I was created by Nanny in her workshop in Baldur's Gate to be a governess and companion to her granddaughter, Madeline. She used a magically infused gem she found on her adventures as my power core, but I don't think she realized where it was from. When the gloom fell on Baldur's Gate and the shadows attacked, I held them off while my family escaped. I awoke, broken, on a scrap trading caravan heading to Arm. The silly merchants had confused me for an unusual toy and were going to sell me. The Lonely One did not approve of that, so we taught them some manners.
Hi, I'm Evie. I use she/her pronouns, and I am playing Winnow, who uses they/them pronouns. Winnow is a cursed changeling monk of the Way of Mercy. The funny thing about that curse is that, Winnow is a professional adventurer, and in their previous adventuring party prior to this campaign, something befell the entire party that may or may not have included showing mercy to the entire party. Basically, Winnow killed them and is now cursed by that. No idea why, totally undeserved. But they are now partnered up with Sarah, who is registered as their familiar, and ready for the next adventure where they will totally not fuck up again.
Hi, I'm V, and I'm playing Navri Shimmer. Both of us use she/her pronouns. Navri Shimmer is a cinnamon-haired satyr bard who paints her hooves gold and believes she's going to be the most famous bard in this world and all the others. Because of this fame that is absolutely real and not at all imagined, she's hired Garnot to be her bodyguard for protection and travels with both him and Lazar, her spiritual advisor.
Hi, I'm Josh. I use he/him pronouns, and I am playing Garnot, who also uses he/him pronouns. He is a hobgoblin psionic warrior fighter who is traveling with Navri and Lazar as part of Navri's entourage and also a bodyguard. He also wears this very large, or this breastplate that is probably 2 sizes too big for him, but everybody uses it as storage, and inside he has a little grey rat friend called Roger, who is his companion and helps with various things like feeding him potions and doing the ironing, apparently.
Hi, I'm Nathan Lurs. I use he/him pronouns. I play Lazar Lachance, a Harengan light domain cleric who also uses he/him pronouns. His day job is official astral guru to the one and only Navri Shimmer, ensuring that her chakras are properly aligned and her actions are in accord with the will of the heavenly bodies. But his service to the Prince of Stars has unveiled many a hidden truth about the universe and the things that reside in the dark space between the stars.
Thank you, Ware. Those are my players. I'm so excited to play. But first, there is a word from our sponsors.
We are delighted to be sponsored by HeroForge. HeroForge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. HeroForge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of their collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. Playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum test.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying. You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets and ! characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters, Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
This stream will run for 3 hours, and there will be a roughly 5 to 10 minute break somewhere near the middle. We run shows on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Greenwich Meridian / British Summertime, which is 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. in mainland Europe, and 2 a.m. Tuesday morning in Japan and parts of Australia. On Mondays and Tuesdays, we run TTRPG streams for 3 hours. And on Fridays, we run our talk show, Talk Together, for 1 hour. Our TTRPG streams can be one-shots, 4, 6, 8, or 12 weeks long. You can always find our latest schedule at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg/schedule.
We are Roll Together RPG on all socials, so find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Links in chat.
Thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. You can find a link in chat. Help us make our shows from just £1, $1, or $1 gold piece, and unlock more tiers by joining. Our D20 Club are fab. They've created a fan Discord for us. They've also made a wiki page for Roll Together. You can find that at rolltogether.fandom.com.
Welcome to our podcast listeners. If you also would like to listen to us via podcast, you can search Roll Together RPG on your favourite podcast provider. If we're not there, let us know and we will add ourselves to that list.
Finally, we play with a diverse group of players who play a diverse set of characters with a wide range of sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans and GNC positive, and we encourage and champion trans and GNC players and characters in our games. The DM and players may portray characters that are different gender of their own. We aim to avoid misgendering, but we acknowledge that it does happen. And we have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns. If we miss an instance of misgendering, please let us know in chat if you think one has been missed. Check out !safety in chat for content warnings and some of the safety tools that we use in our games. We use the TTRPG safety toolkit. And with that, let us begin. Welcome back, everybody. Yes, thank you for being here again. And in case you missed last episode and you haven't gone and see it, let me give you a recap of the whole thing that happened last time. So our two groups arrived into the city of Smalteran, where Winnow and Sarah got assigned a new mission by the Guild Ltd. To which they attended immediately right after they registered Sarah as Winnow's familiar. You know, life insurance is important. On the other hand, the rising star of Napri and their business partners, Garnot and Lazar, were spotted by a group of fans as they arrived into the city. They managed to make their way to the Silken Midnight Sky, where they would meet Robert the Squirrel, an old friend of Napri. At their arrival, they found out that Robert the Squirrel was not alone. Winnow and Sarah arrived before, and they had some tea. After an interesting first interaction between both teams, Mr. Squirrel reveals the details and concerns about the mission. Mr. Cassell, a long-run supplier of Mr. Squirrel, has disappeared, along with one commission for the regent of the city. Mr. Squirrel also reveals that he is concerned about Mr. Cassell being kidnapped by another group of, adventurers / spies / ninjas / we still don't know. He also mentioned that last time Mr. Cassell was seen in the city was around the Gothic Circus. So the new formed party heads towards the Gothic Circus to find out what happened. And they find out two things. The first is that they've been followed. Second, Mr. Cassell visited the circus a couple of nights ago, seeking an audience with the seers. They managed to talk with the seers. Well, our party managed to talk to the seers, who happen to be a coven of Medusa's sisters. They would exchange the information the party need to find Mr. Cassell in exchange of they helping in tonight's act. After an amazing performance from Garnot, Sarah, and Napri, they come back for such information. The Medusa sisters provide two visions. The first, Mr. Cassell being taken away to a hideout at the other side of the lake. The second vision, quite different and unique for each of our party members. Garnot witnessed a representation of a family tree being damaged and trimmed. Winnow enter in the mind of a otherworldly entity who seemed to be linked to her tattoo. Sarah. Their vision revealed the possibility of having two siblings / sharing soul entities / we still don't know.
Just those.
Yes. Nabri. Nabri saw her future self, but there was an air or unfamiliarity. Finally, Lazar. Your vision presented your god in an unreachable fashion, and another entity presented you with choices. When such visions ended, they realized that the circles is gone, and they found themselves in an empty lot with a cup of tea in their hands. And here is where we're gonna start our campaign again. So, all of you, really all close to each other, you just put down the cup of tea, find yourselves surrounded by nothing. And still, you have the lake sort of behind you, and not too far away, other kind of entertainments. But where the Gothic Circus was supposed to be, well, it's no more.
Oh, what other kind of entertainments were there? I didn't realize there was other stuff there other than the circus.
Yeah, there was another circus, and probably there is some sort of fun fair happening, but it's not too close.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Is there any more tea in the cup? I feel like that's important.
Yeah, there's still some tea in the cups. Yes.
There's definitely tea in Sarah's cup because she don't drink. Yeah, she has a drinking problem. Yeah.
Lazar, so we knew, like you said, that we were supposed to go, or we had visions, we had some inklings that there was a place we needed to go on the other side of the lake that this city was on, correct? Can we, from where we are now, see across the lake and see some sign of this building that we saw in these visions?
Yes. So the night is a little bit, well, the sky is a little bit overcasted, but with the few moonlight that passes through, you can still see the whole sort of landscape. You can see through the other side of the lake. Yes, it will take you around like 40 minutes, an hour, go all the way to the other side, walking. Or maybe you can take one of the fisher boats or small boats that are mooring by the lake just to cross sort of in direct line. You can also see a couple of lights along both sides of the lake. Maybe one or two groups of people just having a good time with themselves. Nothing big, not like a settlement or like a business happening. It's just 2 or 3 people on each side having a good time.
Lazar looks around at everyone because this is all happening very suddenly. We're snapped back to reality. Oop, there goes gravity. And Lazar looks around at everyone kind of wide-eyed, very slowly, and then kind of blinks and says, is everyone okay? We were somewhere else, right? And then did something happen to you too?
I seem to have malfunctioned momentarily. Did someone chase the Medusa sisters away?
I think they just packed up really, really quickly while we were sipping on the hallucinogenic juice.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, that was a bit of a trip, weren't it? I mean, where is everyone?
I've had better, but it was a good one, yes.
Hey, Allie, question. Can we tell, how long ago the circus packed up and left? So we can tell how long we were out?
Make me a straight intelligence or a survival if you want.
Let's see. Oh, let's give that a shot.
Can I roll survival as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to get bearings.
15.
Great.
On intelligence or the survival?
Survival.
Survival. So you can see on the ground the movement of carts and wheels and lots of footprints and also some sort of animals, maybe not all of them necessarily horses, but there was a lot of movement quite recently here. Probably it took them between 2 hours, 3 hours just to pack everything and just get the hell out of here. But you notice that they were in a rush, definitely.
Also, there's definitely signs that Evie, that they packed up and left. It's not like they magically disappeared. And is the sun like looking at the sun, is it a different place in the sky? Is it noticeably later in the afternoon?
No, so we were sort of afternoon, so they could be around 10. So probably if you attended you help with the act at night, so let's say 10. So that would be past midnight, probably about to reach 1 a.m.
Right, okay.
Oh, efficient. I don't know if my roadies have ever packed up my stage that quickly.
Right, let's not get into that.
I'm honestly extremely impressed that they managed to do all this while not moving us at all. They just had to go around us.
Was there carpet before?
I think there was.
That's exceedingly impressive. I'm surprised they did not take their cups back, though.
Yeah. Do they look valuable?
Make me a intelligence check, I would say.
Oh no, Winnow is dumb as a bag of rocks. Oh, and that was a 3 with a -1, so that's a 2.
You don't know the exact price, but you've been in fancy places, and you can assume that those are not cups that you're gonna find in a normal pub, but maybe in one of the houses of the I don't know, not the royalty, but like medium, high income.
Oh, interesting. Do they look like the kind of cups that my family would have had?
Make me a history check.
Yeah, go on. I push the button. 12. 12.
You could tell that there is some similar motifs from a Baldur's Gate artisan, but you cannot tell if they are from the same supplier or how old they differ. Yeah, but
I wasn't necessarily looking to see if they were like the same supplier, but just it's not like any old mug. This is a specific type of teacup that would have been used in certain circles, kind of thing.
Yes, and it's a whole set, so all the cups are the same. So this is intentionally being kept in a good condition.
Interesting. It seems that they have left us with these cups, which may be of some value. Does anyone have a safe place to store them?
I just hold out my hand to Garnot.
I'll take it.
I know, he's
Start
got
shoving it. Hang on, wait a minute. I've got a pout. I've got an area for saucers, and an area for cups somewhere. Hang on a minute. To pry out some old food. Yep, in there. That'll do.
I'm not done with mine now. Hold on. And Lazar is just still sipping from what remains. So I'll pass it over. But should we? If everyone's all right, do we want? I mean, we see the place we saw in the vision. I think we all. It's a little fuzzy, but it's
interesting.
It's over there. Do we head there? See what is up?
Who's up for a swim?
No.
The thing is that I have a lot of fur and it takes a long time to dry. And so it would be, I think walking, I'm fine with walking.
That would not be an issue, Lazar. See. And Sarah will gently nudge your cup as you go to drink it so you spill on yourself, but then prestidigitate you clean.
I wish there was another way that you had decided to demonstrate that.
I'm sorry, it seemed like the most efficient way to do it at the time.
Here's the cup, and you can tell his eyes, pupils are dilating still. Well, that is fine too, I suppose. Whatever. Either way, I think we might as well head that way. The night will be with us.
Is that the way that they said? Because it's a bit fuzzy now after drinking that tea. Is that the way that they said that old Giselle been taken?
Cassell.
yes.
Not gazelle. Cassell.
Yeah, but it's
He's a
much
turtle.
More, I know, but it's much more interesting for me to call him Gazelle.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know, because I can't say the other one.
Would you like us to start calling you Carnot instead? Because that is more interesting.
You can do if you want. I'm quite good with the nicknames. If you want to call me that, you can call me that.
I mean, everyone knows that the letter G is more interesting than the letter C. Everyone knows this.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
I look to Lazar, like, for confirmation. Is it true? Is the letter G more interesting?
He just, like, you can tell again. Maybe you can't tell or whatever, but the audience can tell that again. His pupils are like a little big and dilated, and he just kind of like looks over at you and then just like slowly and silently just nods, but like cryptically but affirmingly. You know, a lot of layers, but it's just.
Yeah, I'll slowly start nodding. Yes, Winnow. Yes, of course. The letter G, more interesting.
It's also at the beginning of my name, so of course.
Right.
Lazar looks over at you, Garnet, and just keeps nodding.
And you said that we were creepy.
I never said that. I think you're cool.
Aww. I think you're cool.
And so does Roger. Roger's head sticks out of my armor, just looks around, licks the fluff on my chin, and then disappears.
Delightful.
Yes. Is that the way that, we have to go, sort of thing? Because we know that we're on a bit of a time crunch to find him because he'd been taken not that long ago, but it seems now that we've lost time, so we're going to be even further behind than what we were before. Is that the right direction?
Well, I have no problem just walking straight through the lake. If the rest of you are okay swimming.
Straight through?
And I just like look down at like all of my layers of clothing and like the loot and all of this stuff. And I'm just like,
We've already established that will not be a problem. I too have clothes. They will get wet.
You're not afraid of a little bit of water, are you?
Oh, whether or not I'm afraid, I don't think is really anybody's business. It is also check my imaginary watch, look up at the stars. It is also incredibly late, and we don't know what's in the lake. So would it be so bad to take a boat or walk?
Sarah looks like she's processing. Sorry, did you want to finish what you're saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say, there's like there could be like eels or slimy things in the lake, and we could just not.
And you wouldn't want to mess up your nails. I don't know why I went Irish there, but and Winnow is just gonna walk into the lake and start swimming.
It has occurred to me. I do remember a picture book that Madeline once had that had an image of a couple of genteel people sat in a boat. I believe that it would be proper for you, Navri Shimmer, to be riding in a boat, but I believe you should also have a parasol if you are to do so.
I actually hold out my hand to Garnot.
I don't have the boat. I forgot to pack it. It's one of those like inflatable ones. I forgot to pack that. I do have a parasol in here somewhere. Hang on a minute. And I'll take out 3 separate pieces, 2 rods and like a little umbrella. There. Because, when it gets a bit hot, I have to hold it over Nari's head.
Have to.
I choose to. It's actually quite fun.
You're the Mary Poppins of the party.
Before we move on, when you're looking for the stuff inside your armor, there was a little bit of leftover of the tea in one of the cups, and your rat is having the time of its life. Little 60s, 70s glasses, and he's just vibing.
Oh, at least one of us having a good time.
I love this for him. I love this journey.
Yes. no rats were injured in the filming of this campaign.
Keep your hallucinogenics rat friendly.
What's the plan? Some of you are gonna swim, and the other part are gonna take the boat. Yes. So who is on the boat?
Lazar's not much one for physical exertion. So definitely going for the boat.
And I have to hold the parasol, so we need somebody to actually, use the boat, which means Garnot, I think, has to come with us because Garnot's going to row the boat.
Also, I would say there is enough space for up to 6 creatures. But if someone decides to swim, by all means.
Winow's swimming.
Yes.
Yeah. And with my armor being 2 times too large for me, it's going to get quite heavy if I do end up in the water.
Yeah. The boat has the rows, and 1 person is enough to operate, but 2 people would be much faster. Now, because it's just 1 people rowing, I would say the speed of Winnow swimming and Garnot rowing will be barely the same. So let's say it's gonna take you about 15 minutes of rowing, and once you get to the middle of the lake, you pass by a few, it's not an islet, but it's just a little bit like a small mountain of sand. It sometimes depends on if it's raining season, it may happen that the lake just overpass it or underpass it, but not much. You have to go slightly around it, otherwise you will get stuck in there, but that's not much of a problem. We know there is a point where, because this given sort of hill, you can actually walk rather than swim, so you can see your friends still rowing, and then you just walk away and keep going.
I think I missed it. How is Sarah getting across?
Yeah, I didn't get that. That's okay. I think she was originally going to walk, but
Pirates of the Caribbean style.
Yeah. But if the boat is going, she may as well. So we'll be standing on the prow. I know it's only a little rowboat, but just standing on the front of it, like hair in the breeze.
Yeah, sorry, I assumed that you were going on the boat. Yes, perfect. So yes, absolutely. And
sorry, Ali. While we're going, if there's nothing kind of happening on the journey, at least to the middle, while Winnow is swimming, we'll live telepathically to Winnow. Am I right in thinking that you also had some hallucinatory visions?
Can I reply?
I think so. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure. Yes. As long as we're within 4 miles of each other.
4 miles? That's fantastic. You hit back. I did, but I don't think it wasn't so much a vision as a conversation. What did you see?
I saw that I might have siblings. There were others like me. Which is quite nice to think.
That's wonderful.
What was yours of?
I was back where it all happened when my party died inexplicably. They all look like me, and then one of my companion's patrons, I suppose, came and asked what I was doing in their safe space. It was that's why I say it was more a conversation than it was a vision.
When you say safe space, did you mean the location that you were hallucinating yourself in was the safe space, or the hallucination itself was the safe space?
They didn't really elaborate.
Maybe an insight check if you want.
Okay. Again, I am dumb as shit, but I'm wise. Oh, nat 20 for a 25.
Yes, so you were in the mind of this creature. So you have the impression that this creature has sort of go through the scene once and again. So they are trying to find out what went wrong there. But as far as they know, the only responsible it's Winnow.
Right. So when you say the kind of safe space of like who controls the space, you say that was...
Yeah, basically you were in its mind.
Oh, I was in its mind.
Yeah.
Oh, that's creepy.
Juicy.
Juicy. I think I was in its memories. It was in its mind.
How did you get there?
We may need to ask the tea, I suppose. I don't know.
I will log that for later.
Do you think we were all in someone else's mind? And that's what made us see whatever we saw?
It did not feel like I was in someone else's mind. I will ask the others. Are you swimming okay? There is room on the boat if you decide that you wanted to stop.
No, I like the exertion. I adventure the right way. And I feel like if we're on a mission, then swimming is the proper way to do it.
Ah. I did not realize. Apologies. Sarah will jump in the water.
Oh.
All these spoiled new young adventurers wanting everything handed to them on a boat. They're not willing to work for it.
In fairness, we're not adventurers.
No.
I'm a performer and you are my entourage.
Well, there, the entourage.
Wow, we're gonna split hairs, are we? Wow. Okay.
Yes. To be fair, actually, I would like to ask us all to pause and reconsider using our language around splitting hairs in this party.
I almost made that joke.
I don't have a lot of HP,
especially for the ones that don't have any.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, sure.
Players and characters, yes.
Good. So yes, out of nowhere, Sarah has been riding the front of the boat, and then like maybe 4 or 5 minutes into the row, just like jumps off the front.
Yes, silently, no context, just like tilt forward, splash.
Not even a jump, just.
Yep.
So
I love that.
you're made of metal, right?
Yeah.
Can you swim?
I don't have a swimming speed.
So
probably
my intention was to like sink and then just walk along the bottom.
Yes.
Nothing can go wrong there.
Okay, so I guess this happened.
Oh no, what have I done?
Nat, if your character dies like this, I will literally never. I will 6 months from now just DM you just out of nowhere over Discord and just be like, "Hey, do you remember?"
Never jump off the boat.
I'm not going to notify you. I don't have that much diamond dust. I can't. Not going to happen. So,
make me a perception check with disadvantage, please.
Okay.
This feels very bad.
Oh, one of those was a 19, but the other was a 4 for an 8.
So this is very dark. And now
I do have dark vision, I think. Because maybe? Because gnome? Do I have dark vision? Well, not gnome, auto gnome. Come on, character sheet. Boop-a-doop.
And I think Lazar would also not be casting light too, just for like, I know this probably doesn't overlap with her like being underwater and stuff, but if we're approaching this, I assume we're trying to do it with a degree of stealthiness.
Yeah.
No, I do not have dark vision.
So, and also could you please make me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh no. Okay.
Just like a true adventurer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that if Sarah doesn't pop up after a couple seconds, Winnow might dive to see what's going on.
This is a 16.
So, as you jump, as you fall onto the water, you start sinking and you feel this sort of movement in the water, but you cannot see anything. Like, you don't know as well how many creatures out down there, but they don't attack you. They just sort of pass by and push at you. There's no need of damage or initiative yet, but you feel like something, like a survival instinct, just produces a sort of energy that brings you back to the boat. What the people on the boat sees is a large tentacle made of energy just sort of claps into the boat, and it sort of starts moving. And on the other side, there is Sarah. Sarah, that's you looking from the top down to the boat, and there is a tentacle emerging from your core into the boat, and then the tentacle just sort of sucks you down, and you're back into safety.
Oh. Interesting. Turns out it is the proper way for me to ride the boat after all. Thank you,
Sorry.
lovely one.
What?
You all saw that, right?
Yeah.
I had more tea, so I'm not.
No, I don't think that was the tea.
I was kind of hoping it was the tea, to be honest.
Valid. Sarah, that's not a thing that like you did. It's not like a thing that you can do.
I mean, usually I control the tentacles.
That's what you just said is like really harshing my vibe.
I'm sorry. Would you like me to say it a different way?
I don't really have anything else to add. It's just that was a lot what you just said.
I usually control the tentacles. How would you like me to reword it so it does not quash your vibe?
It definitely wasn't better the second time. Anyway, hey, Garnet, could you? And he like leans in really close and just whispers loudly, like awkwardly. He's like, can you please paddle faster? Just if we could just go wherever the closest land is. Just can we go to there, please? Thank you.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. Sarah, I'd just like to say it was unexpected, but it was really cool. I really enjoyed that. And
Thank you.
on the note of not having the light spell active because we want to be stealthy, having the 8 strength character doing the rowing, by the time we get to the halfway point, I'm going.
You're 8 strength.
Well, look, it's either your 8 strength or my 8 strength, and it sure as shit ain't gonna be my 8 strength.
You just about hold the
Wait,
parasol.
Lazar is the beefiest of the 3 of us. Y'all fucked up.
I didn't
Y'all
know
have
you
fucked
had that
up on your character building.
No,
what are you
my
doing?
build is perfect.
What is
my build is
dexterous?
perfect.
What is
Thank you.
Lazar's strength?
I mean, it's 10, but like it's not
What's
good.
Sarah's?
But it's not
10.
-1.
Mine is also 10.
Do not put any
Noodle off
strength
the
based
party.
anything in this game.
Yes.
We're all gonna do poorly. We have to make strength checks to open doors in this group. My God.
Okay, I'm not gonna repeat the scene, but this is gonna take longer than we expected. You know, like I thought crossing the lake was going to be the fast way. Guess it's not. You can see people walking along the lake, going
It's
fast.
like lapping us.
Thank you. Anyways, you make it to the other side, and the first to arrive is Winnow. Winnow, you get to the other side, and you can notice when you are like, I'm guessing freestyling, and then on one of the strikes, you notice that on the side of the legs, it's starting to be more rocky and more trees. So where you were before, it was really clear, but on this side, it's a little bit more bushy and not. There is more nature elements on this side, but it's still you can easily just walk out of the lake, and you see that your teammates are maybe 20-15 feet away from there. And yes, Garnet is like losing its breath. Yes, but nobody does do anything. They just watch.
No. I actually had a thought. Can we retcon it? I would like to cast Mage Hand to help and be the other.
Just like the barest 5 extra pounds of rowing.
Yes.
Yeah, but 10 pounds, thank you.
It doesn't do much, but that helps to boost Garnot's. So it's like bardic inspiration, but free.
Yeah. Also, I can also retcon it where Lazar just every few seconds just says a very specific little prayer of like guidance. I'm just like, you're doing great. Good job.
Every now and then I start
But like you're still high as hell.
May the stars bless you.
and every now and then you'll see
for
me
like
go,
an hour.
I'll get like really, really tired out, and then all of a sudden I'll perk up and go,
For 4 seconds. And then So this is not a good stealthy crossing, but it is a crossing.
You barely make it to the other side, and there's a point where just the rowing and the strength is not enough to bring the boat to the shallow part. So you have to jump, and maybe you have walked until the hip.
Carry Garnet to shore.
I guess Sarah, you will be covered in water if you jump at this point, but then you can walk nicely.
Well, if prestidigitated.
I would like to wade out and help Sarah across. Not that she really needs it, to be honest, but
make me a does Sarah. So Sarah, your core, does that emanate any kind of light?
I don't think I wasn't intending to, but if it did, it would be inside the chest cavity, right? So it wouldn't necessarily Sarah doesn't glow in and of herself.
But if they wanted to, let's say, if Winnow would approach and look for a source of light into the water, they could have found you. Otherwise, Winnow is going to be like, where is Sarah?
Oh, I mean, I can cast light as a cantrip as well.
Yes. So just like
but we are trying to be stealthy, so I don't know.
So, Winnow, make me a perception check, please.
Perception, okay. Ooh, so that is 18.
You easily spot the top part of Sarah's, and you're like, whoop, here we go.
Look. It's kind of take you, and it's like, come on, let's go. You did good. What's the tentacle?
Thank you. Well, it's the lonely one.
The lonely one? I thought I was the lonely one.
No, you're the deadly one.
Yes. So there's another lonely one.
Yowza. Winnow just really revealed her soul on accident. Or their soul.
No, last time Sarah kept calling me the lonely one.
I don't know.
Yes.
Canonically,
but not in front of all of us.
Yeah, I think it was a time, but yes.
Was not actually
the thing
ever
is-
referring to Winnow, but
Yeah,
Winnow
so-
interpreted it that way.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So the rest of the team, we're gonna jump to the water.
No, I've been strumming my lute for the last little bit, and I'm actually gonna cast levitate with my DOS lute.
that feels right.
So I just walk across the water at the very end.
Like a messiah
Mhm.
walks over the
It only
water.
lasts for 10 minutes, Josh. Don't give me that face. That's why I didn't cast it ahead of time. I didn't want you to think that I was just like, oh yeah, fuck it. But yes, so levitate, because I'm definitely not going to get in that water, especially after seeing like the tentacle thing. I don't know what else is down there. So no, thank you.
Garnet. Well, firstly, Lazar. How are you getting down?
Oh, no, it is it's not a jumping into the water, but it's just kind of like a swing the feet over and then just kind of like, not a fall. I don't know what the right word is, but is kind of limiting splashing, I guess, but just kind of slides into the water and is fine just to walk over.
Remind me if you have like a jumping skill feature for your.
I do, yeah. If I wanted to, I can do like a long jump, but it's like a limited thing.
All right.
And like whatever, I'm gonna be sloshing around, and that's fine.
So you make it to the shore slightly wet. Garnet, you've been left behind with no breath.
I'll catch my breath for a minute, and then the only way I can get across is to get slightly wet. So I do that. I try to keep my armor. I lift my armor up because it's quite large. I lift it up so it doesn't get wet. And when I get to the other side, I'm going to reach into my armor and I'm going to pull out 2 towels. I'm going to give 1 towel to Sarah. I'm going to go to give the other towel to Winoa and then realise that they swam across so quickly that they were able to dry off before we got there. So I put the towel back.
Thank you, but this is unnecessary. We'll just press to digitate. Dry. And then we'll also do everyone else.
Oh, they are really not used to all this sort of magic being cast on me. Thank you.
You are welcome. Is Robert okay? Did he survive the swim?
Roger. Yeah, Roger. And I'll pull that open, and one of my pockets did get filled with water, and he's currently swimming in it.
Oh.
Still high out of his mind.
Yep. He's got the glasses on. He's got a multicolored hat. He's got everything.
So you went given with the vision of the entrance of this hideout. It won't take you long because it was really specific formation of rocks, but I need to know what is the marching order to this spot.
If no one else steps forward, Winnow will step up first.
I actually expected Winnow to, and I'm not going to fight them for that.
I mean, if anyone's going to do the job, it's going to be me.
I mean, metagaming-wise, it's a terrible place for me to be, but Sarah would drop next to Winnow.
Well, with all of our 8 combined strength, there's no one who's great to be up front, apparently, so...
I mean, Winnow is actually, with 10, Winnow and Sarah are the best.
Yeah, and so is Lazar, which is, like, telling.
I have a 10 in strength, but I do have a 20 in dex. So it evens out.
And who is last?
I'll go last because I want to make sure I protect the rear.
And I guess Nabri and Lazar in the middle.
Oh yeah,
As
Nabri
you walk,
obviously in the middle.
Yes, as you walk, trying to look for this formation, Garnot, could you please make me a perception check?
I can do. It's not bad actually. That's a 16.
As everybody's walking, on the end of your eye, you can see something that sort of was moving the boat, like it was like underneath and then just passing through. And if you sort of look to where everything happened about for the tentacle incident, you see a figure or someone, and then it just sinks into the water. Probably you saw this part up.
Was it humanoid from there?
Humanoid, yes.
Oh,
but you cannot see any features.
So did we just all skip over Ali saying the incident?
Just thinking of Ursula now. That's not worrying at all. I vote, as we're sneaking at the moment, I vote that when we go back, we don't go across the lake.
Why?
Just weird shadowy figures and things moving the boat. Now that we've gotten out of it, I'd rather just walk around. Plus the people walking were moving faster than we were.
If something was moving the boat, why did you get so tired?
Oh, somebody's moving the boat now. I mean, if it was a friendly thing and it helped us get across, that would have been... But it didn't, so...
Why didn't it go after Winnow? Winnow was in the water the whole time.
Because Winnow was swimming like a badass, so it probably decided not to go anywhere near them.
It's a good call.
Winnow's like, yep, that tracks.
I would be afraid of my awesomeness as well.
Sure.
Garnot views everybody as awesome in the group.
I just meant in that moment I was clearly in my element, and it would have been foolish to deal with all of this.
Love it. So yes, absolutely. You walk to around and you identify the first rock. Maybe it was just a really sharp one. And then around this rock, there was supposed to be other three ones, like small circles, and then finally a tiny one that is also again sharp. And this marks the spot for you to look for the hideout. And the hideout, basically, what you saw on the vision, it was sort of this sort of fake lawn or fake surface that you could just lift and then get into the hideout. So I would say, so in the front was Winnow and Sarah. So Winnow and Sarah, if you could just make me a survival check.
Oh no.
I mean, I can do. Oh, go ahead, Evie.
Okay, well, I got a nat 1. +2, but it's still a nat 1.
Yeah, I got a 13. But I think if we know that it's a stone that we're looking for that you lift up, I'm just gonna Sarah's telekinesis, which is an invisible mage hand, is just gonna start lifting rocks. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one.
It takes you a while, but finally you find this one that feels a little bit weird and actually it is part of a mechanism, sort of that when you lift it, there is some sort of weights or cables or ropes. So finally you find the one that doesn't move easily. It's like, oh. And then you can see some sort of a platform or like a hatch door opening.
Ah, I have located the way forward.
Well done, Sarah.
Great job.
That is well good. That is. I thought I was doing that for a second then, because I can move things with my mind as well.
Oh, interesting. Can you?
I can. It's limited, but I'd definitely like to talk to you about that when we're not doing all this. So I think we could learn something from each other.
I quite agree. Do you also have a lonely one?
No, he seems quite happy in there at the minute.
Oh, okay.
This is sort of looks like stairs down. At some point, they sort of go in a sort of a spiral. So, what would be the order? The same. Winnow, Sarah, front. Good. You start ascending. And the first thing that happens is that you notice this sort of smell of moist, because obviously you're close to a lake, so some of these might be a little bit wet, but it's not an excavation per se, or like a cave. It's more of a construction, just so you can see wooden piles on the walls, and at some points also some sort of bricks or just some stuff to reinforce the tunnel. The steps are also made of stone, so this is definitely man-made. You go down about 2-3 stories, so it's you down, and from time to time you can hear a slightly click from some water just filtering from one of the on the ceiling, or maybe a little bit of water running along the walls. And finally, you get to the bottom of this place, and you see an open cave with a shallow lagoon in the middle. There is not much light apart from some bioluminescent, maybe mushrooms or some sort of fauna, but what kind of fauna? Like small fishes in the pond. So it's not much light, but there is life happening here. And so this cave and has a shallow underwater, underground lake. No, it's not a lake, it's just very shallow pond.
Can we hear anything?
Make me a perception check.
Okay. 21.
You hear
you hear everything.
So first thing is that if this could be part of a underwater river, you will hear the flow. No, this is just stock water. You can hear then again some clicks of water falling from somewhere, or a small small creatures like insects inside, but there's not much noise here. It's very, very quiet. You can actually hear the breathing of your company.
Is
Very
it
quiet.
is it
does anyone
dark?
have a light?
Yeah, I was going to say. Is it dark? Are there lights?
It is dark.
Cool. I will cast light. In fact, I would like to
will too.
retcon the way that I cast light before, because of course what it should be is that it's Sarah's eyes glow.
High beams on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Lazar would also cast light on the lantern that he's holding too, just like
So
to make
you
sure
find
every bit of this is illuminated.
This is a big cave, but within the bright light and the dim light, you can see this is about a 60 feet rounded cave. And I would say that we have to roll for initiative.
What?
Oh.
As you
You
cast
don't
light.
have to say that, just to be clear. You're the DM. You can say whatever you want.
Yes. Yes. Roll me for initiative.
Oh no.
11.
18.
22.
Ooh.
Nice.
17.
— 19.
Missing. Winnow.
18.
18. Great. So, just to recap, we have Garner 22, then one of my creatures, then Lazar with 19, Winnow with an 18, Sarah with a 17, Navri with an 11, and my other two creatures with 7. What you see at this point, once you all switch off the light, you see 3 figures sort of in the middle of the lake. They are, you cannot see the face because they are giving you the back, but they seems like they are just there standing without any much of intentions of anything. They are arcing forward. The arms are just like they look to be really, really long, but also they are wearing hoods, so you cannot tell much of what is behind. It seems like they haven't noticed you, but I need initiative just to see how things evolve. So,
Are their arms long like Winnow's arms are long?
Probably longer.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I've got arm envy.
Yes. So the
just take their arms.
The pond is not that shallow, and then the arms go all the way down onto the water. So we
Not
said
disturbing
Winnow
anything.
and Sarah
Don't care for that.
on the front, and then Lazar and Nabre, and then Garnet. Good. So they are in a sort of triangle formation. I could say that the people in the front, Winnow and Sarah, you are 35 feet away from the fortress. And then the other two are slightly to the sides and 15 feet away.
We just sat in initiative, there's nothing happening. Are they doing anything or?
Garnet, as lights the cave, what would you like to do?
So they've not, speak as Josh, they haven't noticed us yet, have they? But they see, now I'm not willing to just go up and just randomly attack people. So I'm going to move, I'm going to move in front of Navri with my shield up, shield raised and sword out, and I'm going to hold my action if one of them tries to get close to anyone in the group. I'm going to slash at them if they're going to attack, basically.
You want to be in front of everybody, or just same level. So in front of me here.
If able, I would like to stand shoulder to shoulder with Winnow.
Nice. So I would say that Winnow in the middle, on the left is Garnot, and on the right is Sarah. And I guess you're holding your action.
Holding my action to attack.
Great. Next one is one of the guys on the left starts like moving a little bit, just like the shoulders, just like cracking its neck, and you can hear some sort of squishy things going on.
I mean, they had really bad posture, so maybe they're just like, kind of like loosening up again. Probably.
Sure.
So they are going to do so.
While you're figuring that out, I think as soon as like the light is cast on these people, and obviously not action, but just talking, would have just been like, hello, we're looking for Mr. Cassell. Do you know where he is?
Okay, so
always a tone you love to hear from your DM.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry. Did that change everything? Oops.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
So yes, it does.
Okay.
As you
maybe I don't.
So what happens first is this creature sort of screeches, so it doesn't produce any words. It's just like it sounds between a dolphin and a eagle kind of thing. I don't know how that sounds, but put it on the wiki. And and the others just sort of react and look to the left, like what's going on, and they sort of communicate. Does anyone speaks deep speech? Oh, do you? Great.
I think I do. Let me just double check. Yes, I do.
So simple sort of. There are not words. It's just ideas. On guard, attack, defend. But when you mention Mr. Cassell name, then it turns to attack, and you can hear like some sort of mechanism, like something in the cave is turning. So it's like a click, 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 click. Thank you very much.
I fucked it.
With that, my creature is gonna move.
At least we know,
Yes.
They have answers in a lot of ways. So
closest thing is going to be Garnot. So the guy on the left goes down to Garnot. Garnot, this thing is gonna attack you with the multi-attack.
Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. I get to attack it straight away.
Oh, 11 to hit.
Oh no, I block that with my shield. If it's going to attack me with a claw, I'll just try and slam its hands down and catch its fingers in
9
the floor.
to hit.
And 9. I'll just bash it in the face with the shield.
First thing that you see is that this entity, or this thing, has a mask. It's made of metal, and it has the shape of a wolf. You cannot see anything behind the mask. But something that you notice is that the wolf has 3 eyes, 1, 2, and 1 on the front. This creature intended to attack you with the arm, but then you can see that it's more of tentacly sort of limb rather than an arm. And the second one tried to hit you with a headbutt.
As it goes to hit me with the head, I'll smack its head up with the shield to block the attack. And then with my held action, I will thrust the sword up. I'm hoping there's a soft bit in the neck, and I want to try and get the short sword in there.
Absolutely. Please.
That's a 10.
That misses, unfortunately.
Whoops.
But anyway, yeah, so there is everything is happening so quick that nobody knows what's going on, and no hits are exchanged. Next one is Lazar. You've seen all of this.
So I have a couple good questions. So we hear them? We hear them talking, even if we don't understand the language. Like they're clearly like, okay. That also helps Lazar know it's not undead.
They seem intelligent, or
got it.
Communication happening.
And then the second question is, if I'm remembering correctly, last session, like we put on animal masks to perform, like in the circus and stuff. Do these have any? I mean, I think we would have noticed a third eye in the wolf mask, for example.
Yeah, no,
but
they are.
Are these similar or
no? Totally different. So those looks more ritualistic or more fashionable, and the other one just totally perform. And the previous one, that the ones that you use, they similarly would like used, like months or even years. Yeah, those are sort of pristine.
Still interesting. Still interesting.
Amazing thought, though. I'd completely forgotten that.
Same.
I think what Lazar is going to do is he is going come running at us. Hold on, Gareth. Hold on. And he extends his lantern, and from out of it a mote of light emerges and starts to kind of grow and grow until it is a moon, like a beach ball sized moon, and it plops right behind this creature, right behind this creature as he casts Flaming Sphere.
The one that is close to...
yes. The one that's close to Garnet.
And that is a 5 feet.
Yes. 5 foot diameter sphere. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dex saving throw, yada, yada, yada. But as a bonus action, I can move the sphere up to 30 feet and ram it into a creature. Can I just, as a bonus action, just do a quick bap?
Yes, please. Roll me for that.
Excellent. So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw. With DC 15.
DC 15. So it's gonna roll a 7. No, wait, that's not right.
It can be right if you want. You can just leave it at 7.
Yes,
that seems like a great number for me.
No, it was a 7. Just double checking.
Great, because you take 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Now, let me see. They are not resistant to fire damage. So you notice that all the damage has connected. Anything else?
He would like to step backwards and not be up at all. Just trying
Clever.
to not be.
I'm gonna put you far away from any creatures, so you are on the right of the cave.
Read my mind. Perfect. That's the end of my turn.
Nice. Next one is Winnow. On your left, just melee distance, you have one creature, and 35 feet away, another creature.
Okay, well, I guess we're fighting now. So initially, as a bonus action, I will activate my Eldritch Claw tattoo, which kind of glows dark and just kind of envelops my hand in a kind of dark, inky claw. It is very metal. And I have a 15-foot reach, so I don't even really have to move to get the one that's right next to us. So I will do my first attack, which is a nat 20.
Yes.
Fucking hell. And that does 2d6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That does 16 damage on my first attack. 4 of which was force damage, if that makes any difference.
Yeah. It doesn't, but thanks for telling me.
Cool. And then I'm going to use a key point to use Flurry of Blows for my next attack to attack 3 times.
Yes.
Okay, and that was a 28, a 23, and a 22 to hit.
All of them hit.
Excellent.
I should hope so.
2, 3.
We're in a little bit more trouble.
Yeah.
That's another 6d6 damage. So that is, give me a moment. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 points on the second attack.
Garnot turns around and walks back out.
You got this, right?
So this creature obviously is no more, but probably we need to make this a little bit backwards, because I think if you kill something, you can redirect your attacks. So maybe you can redirect the last attack. So kill this one, and with the So
I can do that.
Yeah. So let's remove this one. And so it's just like pow, 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 and this thing just falls into the to the water, and it's still shallow, but you cannot see the body anymore. Which one would you like to attack next? The one that is furthest, or the one that is sort of middle?
I'll go with the one that's middle. I've got 40-foot walking speed, so I can reach anything.
And do you want me to give distance between you and them, or close combat?
I would like to be 15 foot away so I can reach them, but still out of range-ish.
As you get close to the second one, you notice that they are also using a mask, but this one has the shape of a it's a bird, but you cannot notice which kind of bird. But yeah, a big 3 eyes, same sort of configuration. Just roll me the damage, I guess.
Cool. I will. So is that one attack that goes one? Okay, so that's 2 of those. Oh god. So I rolled a 6 and a 5 on the. I'm rolling very well apparently. So 6 then 5 is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
23. Oh my gosh. Good.
I've hit a monster. I'm sorry.
Anything else you'd like to do?
I would like to make sure that my mask is secure and just kind of say to the rest of the party, maintain a safe distance. I've got this if I need to.
That sounds great.
Noted.
Next one is Sarah.
I would like, so they're both still standing in this sort of shallow puddle pool. That's the pool, is that covering? Sorry, I know you did say before. In this room, like how much of it is this shallow pool covering?
So it's 60 feet long cave, and I guess there is like a 10 feet around it that is not covering water. So there is ways to get away.
Right, okay.
From the
so
water.
the whole thing is in water apart from this 10-foot gantry way around the edge of it. Right, cool.
Yeah. Lazar is out of the water, for example.
Okay. But no one seems to have been having any issues with being in the water.
Not as far as you notice.
Great. Good. Okay. I would like to boop-a-doop-a-doop. Yes, I'm going to telekinetic shove as my bonus action, the one that that Winnow was just fighting.
Mm-hmm.
They get. Can they please make a strength save?
Yes. Strength save.
Oh no, that's an action. Okay. No, I thought it was a. Oh no, it's a bonus action. Sorry, I was confused.
Yeah. Strength, right?
Yes, please.
That is a 6.
Oh, that fails. Good. So it is shoved 5 feet away from me. I don't think it's shoved to the floor. I think it's just shoved from the description. And then I would like to cast. So they are. now within, well, they should be close enough to be in a 20-foot radius of each other,
Yes.
right? The two that are remaining. I'm going to try casting Calm Emotions on them
Interesting.
both.
What are is there any limitations in calm emotions?
A group they have to be humanoids in a 20-foot radius sphere, and they need to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. As you cast the spell,
They're not humanoids.
no effect on this thing.
Interesting. Okay. Well, Sarah will have tried, and she will have just sort of twitched her head to the side, and the eyes would have flickered slightly, and she would have said, "I think you misunderstood us. We were merely asking a question. Maybe you ought to think about it for a second." And then they just don't do anything, and she's like, "Oh."
Make me a straight charisma or arcana check.
Okay. I'll make an Arcana check because it's actually better than Charisma. Oh, that rolled off a 19 onto a 9. That's 14.
14. No bad. There is something telling you, sort of connecting the dots. If these things are not humanoid and they are presenting some features like yours, that probably these creatures are aberrations. And anything else people like to
That's
do?
action and bonus action. But we have deduced some deducing, so that's okay.
Great, thank you for that. Next one, Napre. You saw some sort of arcane magic being cast. You don't know if it didn't work or it took some effect.
Okay, not a problem. I would like to position myself so I am at least 30 feet. Like there's I would like to position myself between the two aberrations that I definitely don't know are aberrations. Are within 30 feet of me. So I'm in the middle and they're within 30 feet of me. Is that possible? That should be possible, right? Okay. Then I'm going to cast Hideous Laughter. Because I don't know what these guys are capable of, and I would like them to not attack us. And I'm actually going to use my twin spell Meta Magic to cast it on them both.
Beautiful.
Yes. And so they have to make a 14. They have to beat a 14.
For wisdom or?
Wisdom, yes.
They are not wizzy. So that's a 4.
Good.
And a 5, which honestly, I don't know why. I haven't rolled higher than 10. But
I'm not complaining about that.
They will come and kick you in the ass. So both of them, they can laugh, but whatever noise comes out of their voice hole, you know that they are having a good time.
Okay, great.
Once again, I really didn't like any of the words that you just said.
And they are incapacitated, right?
Yes. So they fall prone, becoming incapacitated, unable to stand up for up to a minute. And then at the end of their turns, and every time it takes damage, they can make another wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Yeah. They have advantage if it's triggered by damage, but otherwise it's just a straight throw.
Absolutely. Thank you. Anything else?
Nope, that's going to be it.
So tell me, do you make a joke? Do you...
I do. And here's the thing. So Navri's really bad at jokes, but this is why she has Hideous Laughter, because she wants to she definitely subtly uses that to make herself seem really, really funny. She's really not. And Winnow's going to roll their eyes. I know this. But as she casts the spell, she's going to say, "What do you call a duck with tentacles?" "A quackin'." Go.
Sorry, it's inspiration. You get inspiration. We win the encounter.
Yes,
done.
I think. Yes. Great. As they don't understand what's going on. Probably that word in the context of these creatures is hilarious. And they fall prone, start laughing. And now it's a turn. So I'm gonna make the saves. It's a 14, right?
Yes.
Yes. I got a 10 and an 8, which means they will keep laughing because Quacken is so hilarious.
It's so funny.
Top of the round, Garnot and Winnow just beated up this creature that was in front of you. And what would you like to do?
Sort of see it turn into mist in front of me and just disappear, and I just look and see when I was stood there. Oh, okay. I'm going to run towards the nearest one, and I'm going to just begin slashing at it. The first attack will be sort of like shield and sort of jab over the top of it, because I don't know what it's going to do to me.
Yes.
I mean, it's on the ground laughing, so all you have to do is just stab it.
Oh, I'll just
You
walk
can
up
just
to
like
it.
drop a sword on it.
Yeah.
You know?
I will do that then. So that'll be with advantage if it's on the ground now, won't it? So that's a 23 to hit, and then a 17 to hit with my
Both.
2 attacks.
What did you roll with advantage?
No, I'll do that first. First roll. Then. So the first roll was a 23. And that will be 10 points of slashing damage. Or piercing damage, apparently. Piercing damage with the short sword. And then second attack, as I stab in, pull out, see it's still alive, stab in again, is going to be a 14. However, I have a feature that I can use that is called, it's a racial feature, Fortune from the Many. If you miss with an attack roll or fail the saving throw, you can gain a bonus to the roll equal to the number of allies you can see, up to a +3 bonus. You can use this 3 times per long rest, so I'll use that to increase that 14 to a 17 if I missed.
No need. The 14 hits.
Okay, I will untick that then, and then I shall roll damage. That's another 10 piercing damage.
Nice. As the bully at school kicking you when you were in the ground, Garnet is just like jaw.
It does get to make a wisdom saving throw with advantage to get out of hideous laughter as it's being stabbed. Doesn't find being stabbed super funny.
Well, we don't know that it doesn't find it super funny.
That's true.
It just has a
We
chance to think it's not funny.
Nobody knows what aberrations think.
It's true.
Anyhow. Thank you. Anything else, Garnet?
No. That's me.
Right. On initiative 20, the click sort of gives a louder click. And you can hear what's the sound of that? Like if thousands of fishes were freed into the ocean at the same time.
Excuse me?
That universal sound that we've all
heard.
We've all
millions
heard.
of
We all
times.
know.
I know.
But also, like when you say that, it's like, but like I think I know what that sounds like
is.
actually. So.
Mm-hmm.
Can everybody please make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
I'd really rather not, if I'm honest.
I have a +7. I rolled a 9.
Oh,
frick!
So that
19.
DC is 13.
Okay.
If it's a charmed condition, I have advantage.
No.
Okay.
I was so hopeful.
That's a 6.
I rolled an 11 total, but I am an auto gnome, so I am built for success. So I'm going to use my my racial feature to add a D4 to see if it will push me over. And that was a 3, so I rolled a 14. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so just a note to that. Everybody that is on the water, in the water. So Lazar and Navre, you don't have to. Good.
Oh,
Great.
Oh, okay. So wait, people who are in
the water, roll the saving throw.
Right.
So we know fail or success.
Success. 13
Success.
beats.
Yes. Sierra,
14.
14. And Garrett,
6.
6. You start feeling there is enough light, so you can see thousands of something that looks like piranhas being freed from like a mechanism on the floor of the cave, and they just swarm around you. And those who fail will take full damage, and a success will take full damage of the following number. That is rolling. 25 or half of piercing damage.
So 12.
Oh my god.
Those who fail have your speed halved.
Oh, dang. Oh, got it.
So, guys,
I look very, very
if
bloodied
you want
from
to
that.
if you want to get out of the water, Garner needs to travel 20 feet, Sierra 15, and we know 10. So I guess Wino and Sierra, you can move out of the water next turn, but Garnot might be in a pickle. And with that, we're gonna go to the break.
Oh, no.
Monster.
Were you gonna ask something?
Close together the creatures were.
So the creatures are, you can hit one of them with the reach that you have, and the other one is 15 feet away from you.
Cool. I was just wondering if I could do some monk shit and just kind of jump between them.
Yes, you can. So you could, yes. So let's say you can actually jump all the way out of the water and attack them from safe distance, or attack them first and then get to safe distance.
I'll have a think for after the break.
We'll see you in 5-10 minutes. We're gonna have a short break. We're gonna have a thought about what just happened and our choices, and
Many
we
thoughts.
will be back soon.
Bye.
We are delighted to be sponsored by HeroForge. HeroForge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. HeroForge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of their collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive, cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. You could be playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying? You're a DM, you've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets with an ! characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
And we're back. So last half, we had an interesting journey to the lake with poor Garnet, pushing and pushing and pushing to his limits. And now he is in the middle of the battle, almost dead. Who knows what's going to happen? Now, please. Next one on initiative is Lazar, right? Yes,
I think that is true.
Anyone, right? Yes,
because I think that just happened on initiative count 20. So Lazar, there's a lot happening, but also Lazar knows that the bright flames of his god's power cannot be snuffed out by some number of piranhas or water. So Lazar, first, as a bonus action, is going to move that like kind of mobile moon that is his burning spear, and is going to bonus action slam it against one of the kind of bigger creatures, because I think there's still two up, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just one of them, probably whichever one is closest to an ally, and do a slam against them. If they can make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yes, absolutely. Dexterity. Can I roll, please? Yes, 21.
Well, fine. You take half of 7 points of damage again, which I think rounds down.
Sorry, question. They're still prone. Do they get disadvantage on dexterity saving throws when they're prone?
Maybe.
That's interesting. I think they didn't check. And also they're incapacitated. But I think that doesn't. Yes.
It's one I'm not actually sure about. I know they would if they were
No,
restrained.
prone is you get advantage on attack rolls
it
against them.
doesn't. Yes. But thanks for noting that. Great. So 7 points of fire damage.
Half of 7, which I think
Right.
is it round up. I think it
Round
usually
down.
rounds in the player's favor. I don't remember though.
Round down, because otherwise it rounds down. If you round up, it would also round up damage against you, so round down.
Yeah, down. So that is 3 points of fire damage. Every little helps.
And then Lazar, having gotten this creature's attention to a degree, hopefully, is going to lock eyes with it and is going to hold up his lantern again and is going to just kind of like swing it back and forth as if he is ringing a bell. And I'd like it to make me a wisdom saving throw, please. All saving throws, no attack rolls, which is a bummer.
It does also get to make wisdom saving throws to try and get out of hideous laughter.
But at the end of the turn, or when they are attacked.
When they're attacked, they get a wisdom saving throw if they're damaged at all, and they get advantage on that wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll so that was a nat 1 for whatever Lazar is casting.
I was casting Toll the Dead. So this thing through whatever strange, aberrant thoughts that it is thinking, still hears the tolling of its own mortality and its smallness amongst all of the heavenly bodies in this galaxy and those beyond us. Unfortunately, it only takes 8 points of damage, despite that kind of like cosmic revelation.
I would say something that is inevitable just as death is taxes. So they are hearing that they need to do the paperwork for taxes. Anywho, thank you very much.
And that's necrotic damage in case that matters.
I don't think it doesn't matter. Yes.
Taxes are necrotic.
More like toll the IRS.
God, I'm going to make that's my new cleric. The next cleric I play is going to be a bureaucrat cleric. Oh.
No. A bureaucleric?
Bureaucrat.
You tried.
Yeah.
No, succeeded. It was perfect. No notes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anything else you would like to do on your turn?
No, that is it. You should not be with the fishes. Was that helpful? That's the end of my turn.
Good advice for life.
Thank you very much. Next one is Winnow. You have one that you can reach with the tentacles, or one that you could move a little bit and hit with the tentacles.
Okay.
Sorry, not tentacles.
The claw.
Tattoo. Yes.
How far away is Garnet?
Garnet is very close to you. It's like 10 feet.
Okay. So first things first, I'm going to hit Flurry of Blows and reach out to tap Garnet as I go past.
Yes.
And you get 6, 7, 8 points of healing, please.
As you walk past, I go, ow! Oh, that feels good.
Mm-hmm. And then I would like to try and hit the one that's nearest twice with the action and then one of the Flurry of Blows, because that's the whole thing I can do. Mm-hmm. And I'd like to try and climb my way up it so I'm out of the water while I do so.
Yes, so, yeah.
Okay, so that is a 21 and a 19 to hit on those.
Both hit.
Fabulous. Get that. Okay, that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 24, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42 points of damage.
What are you doing? Are you sure? Are you using D20s for damage?
No, D6.
I just did like 10. It was great.
Monks.
I was thankful for my 10, you know?
My character is insane. I'm so sorry.
So please describe me how this thing is no more.
So Winnow will kind of run up its back, kind of take a claw and kind of rake it across before, I guess, breaking its neck with with their legs.
Nice. The visuals are amazing, and this creature falls to the ground and then again disappears in what sort of these shallow waters are. You can see that the piranhas are not paying much attention to this corpse, so they might be interested in something else or not interested at all in this corpse. Anything else?
Yes. So, I would like to push off of this corpse towards the next one and do some sick flips in the air to try and get there.
Sick flips.
Yes. Make me a strength check.
Sure you don't want to make it acrobatics?
No.
No, that's the one
so it's acrobatics, the skill with strength, right?
So athletics is with strength, acrobatics is with dex.
So you could do athletics or strength. So
No, that is same. I made my character for the flips. Okay, well I'll try anyway, I guess.
That's an excellent idea, though. Yes.
Oh wow. Okay. So it's a +0, but I got a 19.
Nice. So as you are killing this thing, the last blow is more of a push, and it falls. I'm gonna say. Good, there. So the visual is, we know, first of all, approach to Garnet to provide some killing, and then Strongs to the other side to kill this thing and pushes them away. Garnet, there is a body in front of you, and then a creature behind the body, and then about 10 feet to get to Septi. If you stand on top of the corpse, you may not be attacked by whatever is inside, but you still don't have enough movement to make it to the outside.
So what I'm hearing is surf that body.
Sorry, I have my second attack yet.
Yes, please. But then, you will have to move into the water.
Oh, sorry, I was planning to try to hop from one of the corpses to on top of the other living one to attack it.
So it was on top, not like to create a platform.
No, I literally just wanted to do like some anime bullshit. Destroy it, jump from one, jump to the next one and destroy it.
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. So I will. How is this one looking?
It hasn't been damaged. So now we have 2 down, and the last one hasn't taken any damage.
Okay, in which case I will use Flurry of Blows again to attack it 3 times.
Nice.
Okay, so that is a 21, a 24, and a 16.
All of that hits.
Excellent.
Yes.
So that is 66. Please bear with me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh no, I've lost count. I'm so sorry. Bear with me. So 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68 points of damage.
Wait, on 66? How is this happening? This is magic.
Plus the bonuses that I have, because it essentially just doubles the dice, and then I have some crazy bonuses to each of the attacks from being a monk.
So, what everybody witnessed is a rain of punches that pulverizes my poor creature that just let me describe that as we know sees this mask, but this mask has like a lion shape thing with the 3 eyes, and they fall to the ground. We are out of initiative. Congratulations, everyone. Still, we have to see how everybody's gonna get, well, how Garnet is gonna get out of the water, because I'm assuming Winnow has enough movement to get out safely. But Garnet, you, my little muffin, are 20 feet away from the safest point, and you only have half of your movement.
How far am I? 20 feet, did you say? Whereabouts is Sarah at the minute?
I'm kind of nearby as well. I was going to telekinetically shove you away from me towards the wall, if you're all right with that.
What I'll do is I'll look to you and I'll go, Sarah, jump on my shield! Quick, jump on my shield!
Oh, okay. Do you not want me to help you preserve you first? I am fine.
This will help both of us, don't worry.
Okay.
And as Sarah jumps on my shield, I will use my help action that I can do as a hobgoblin to use my Fey gift passage. You and a creature you help each increase your walking speed by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. So me helping Sarah is I'm going to push her 10 feet forward, and then I'm going to charge forward, use that momentum to throw myself forward as well.
Nice.
So we should both get to the shoreline just in time.
Yes. That was amazing. Thank you very much. Teamwork makes great work.
The dream work.
The dream work.
The Divergent dream work.
And that's our episode.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you
and
for
that's
coming.
a wrap. Inspiration for everyone. Great. So you are all, you can't see the corpses. You can see movement in the water, but you are all safe in the sides of the cave. With a little bit more of peaceful time to recover your breath, you see that there is another opening opposite to the entrance. So you have the main entrance, the cave, and a little opening just at the end of such space.
How wide is the pool? Well, first of all, Lazar is just gonna submerge the flaming sphere and just get as much extra HP as he can by burning all of the piranhas that are in the water.
Nice.
The next minute. Just why not?
You see the screeches, and at some point it smells to
delightful.
Yes. Piranha soup. That happens. Yes.
I'm going to sit down. I'm going to, first of all, use Second Wind to heal myself a little bit. Ooh, I get 15 hit points back. That's good.
Nice.
And then what I'm going to do is, looking at my boots, which, as I've been attacked by piranhas, my toes are probably sticking out of them now. You know, like the top part of the boots are probably gone. I'm just going to tap on the armor, and little Roger's going to pop out, look around, pop back into the armor, and he's going to pop back out again. And he's got like a little, like a leathering toolkit on his back. And he crawls down to my feet, and I start repairing the bottom of my boots, just putting patches on them. You can tell when you look at my boots that this sort of thing has happened before, and my armor is a bit, other than the chest plate is, and the shield are immaculate, but the boots look like they're well worn, and they've had plenty of patches put on them. So I'm going to start patching up my boots and start getting rid of, where the piranhas ate my shoes.
That's beautiful. I'm having Ratatouille moment here. That's beautiful. Thank you. That might give you a couple of minutes if you have some sort of conversation. But yes, everybody see how the boots are being amended.
As Garnet's doing that, Winnow would just kind of go up to her and be like, you seem a bit battered. Would you like some first aid? And just kind of pull out a little home first aid kit that they have on them.
Yeah, I mean, if that's all right. Question though, are you going to punch me again? Because that hurt, but it did also feel like soothing as well. You've got a real good way of like hitting somebody in the right place to make them feel rejuvenated.
I got it right?
Yeah,
I got the right one. Yeah, of course, I was always
It hurt. I mean, don't tell anybody, but my arm is a little bit numb from that. But I mean,
I think I've got an ice pack in here. And I just kind of rummage through and try and patch you up. It doesn't actually do any healing. I just have a physician's kit.
As long as I'm not wrapped up like a mummy, it's fine.
Yeah.
While this is happening, Sarah, I'm just going to cast Mending on myself, which means I can use some of my hit die to heal. And then also sort of like peer, like I've still got like the lamplight eyes on. We'll just like peer at the remainder of the piranhas in the water as Lazara is like, what are you actually doing? Like just soaking them up for heals? Lazar?
No, for experience points. I'm just sizzling.
I want to level up here.
Right.
Sure.
He's not really that kind of. He's more of like a big picture kind of like cosmic significance cleric, as opposed to like all life is precious, blah 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 kind of cleric. So he's just like trying to clear the way a little bit in case we need to cross this water for whatever doorway's over there.
I would say that it's enough time to evaporate all the piranhas. So you can either walk freely to the water or just to make it short around the cave.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think they've gone now. Well done.
As everybody's kind of handling their own thing, I'm going to kind of like walk around and just like sing softly to myself. What I'm doing is I'm casting Healing Word on myself. Or not on myself, whoever needs it. I think it would probably be Josh. Garnot.
Did anyone else get hit? Was it just Garnot?
I did get hit as well.
I did, but I can heal myself with cantrips, so.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I will definitely like walk around and I'll just like be singing. I feel like Garnot's gotten some healing, so I'll actually like, okay. Here's the thing, and don't tell Winnow, okay? This is between us. But I thought her move or their moves super cool. Like so impressed. Oh my god. How fantastic. But like don't tell them, right? So I'm gonna like sing really softly and I'm just gonna cast Healing Word on Winnow. And then I also kind of want to like take a look around the cavern for like anything weird and out of place. So I'm walking around, I'm singing to cast Healing Word, and I'm also kind of like taking a look.
What are you looking for?
That's 5 healing for you, Winnow. You're welcome. I'm looking for like any strange markings. I kind of want to see what like where that tick 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 sound was coming from, where like the piranhas came from. I'm just trying to like put the pieces of this room together. So if there's anything weird that stands out in that way.
And how long is you gonna take this?
Basically however long everybody else is taking to like do their stuff. So I'm walking around slowly. I'm kind of taking a look at everything. Obviously all of the piranhas have died at this point, which gives me time to push all the piranha corpses out of the way. And
I would say it's gonna take like around 10 minutes. If someone wants to cast a ritual of 10 minutes, this is the moment where you can. So the first thing is that as you weren't that close to the battle with the creatures, or like that deep. So as soon as you get there with enough time and not in a rush, and you can see that this sort of lake, this pond. So you can see that there is a man-made lining on the cave. So that's why this underwater pool could be there, and there is some bits like openings where you can assume connects this with another body of water or another container where the piranhas came from. It's hard to say at this point whether these creatures are responsible for this thing, but on a second look to the creatures, I wonder if you could want to make me a medicine check.
Oh, we can see the creatures' bodies now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because before we couldn't. Okay.
Yeah, with enough time, so during the battle they were submerged, but now you just leave them or make them to the shore. Yeah, that would be.
Oh, okay, great.
easy
Yeah, then.
to investigate them.
Well, that's a 16 for medicine.
No bad. So the first thing that you notice is that those are humanoid bodies, or they were at some point. And you can still see like some features on the body. That the tentacle part that was attacking you was not an arm anymore, but on the other part of the body, there's still a humanoid arm. Those were in general, you can tell whether it was a human, a half elf, or maybe a tiefling with a really normal kind of skin tone. But yeah, you will need to do further investigation to the bodies if you want to find something else.
The masks come off.
Yeah.
The masks cannot come off if they are not tight. It seems that they are encrusted into.
Ooh, creepy.
I'll drag the bodies, like push the bodies, get them out of the water so they'll be easier
Navri,
to...
No, it is inappropriate for you to be doing physical exertions. You established this before.
That's correct, though.
You should be standing with a parasol.
What is a parasol? I guess the whole time the parasol was in...
No, I would have given it back to Garnot because the parasol is only a requirement for the boat.
Okay.
True.
Which, at this point, with all three bodies laying on the shore, I'm starting, while everybody's looking at them, I'm starting to interlink their arms, get my hempen rope out. I'm going to tie the bodies together. I'm going to make a raft out of them so I can use the parasol
morbid.
And push myself along because I'm not getting back in that water again.
How morbid.
But I
could just walk it. There's a path. There's a path around the outside.
I will. Yeah, it's going to be quicker to go straight
apparently
through the water.
Garnot likes the morbidity here. We're getting a little macabre.
Are we investigating the bodies before or after they were turned into a boat?
Before, please.
Before, please.
I mean, let's be economical. We can't forget we're on a time crunch, so let's do it as we're turning it into a raft.
There's no need to turn it into a raft at all.
Hey,
Really
I'm
easy.
not gonna tell Josh how to play his character. You know,
I mean, to be fair though, even if we don't need to turn it into a raft, I'm not 100% sure that these things are going to stay dead. So tying them up would still be a good idea.
It is vigilant to tie them up, yes, but we can walk through the water quite safely now, Garnet.
Do you want to
if you
investigate
prefer.
them in the water or in the shore or out of the water?
I mean, I would say out of the water, but when you ask that question, it makes me think that there's some reason that we should investigate them in the water.
I don't know. Are we playing D&D or what?
Well, okay, all right. I will answer this question with a question of my own. As the bodies get moved from water to shore, do I notice anything happen?
You notice that these things, it's not like they come back to life, but they start decomposing faster. Like if they were sucking up and then starting to decompose.
When they're taken out of the water.
Out of the water.
Oh.
Interesting. I mean, I guess knowing that then, right? Like just having them in the shallows, like right near the shore, so they're still touching water so we can figure out what's going on, is probably not the worst idea.
Mm-hmm. Do we think that these were friends of Mr. Cassell? Or did they also want to find Mr. Cassell? They seemed quite angry when I mentioned him.
They're friends of anybody.
Lazar, could you please make me a history check?
I am trained in history. So that's a dirty 20.
20. You remember that the people that was following you before you got into the circus were wearing the same outfit. but you could, even without noticing like specific pictures, you could have seen the faces. So people that was following you, no mask. These people, mask.
Can I also, and maybe we've done this already, it would occur to Lazar, and he is not someone who knows much about kind of the arcane arts. He is much more in tune with, kind of the natural rhythms, get his powers from celestial bodies, whatnot. But could we check to see if these masks are magical? Or something like that? Like Nathan and Lazar are wondering if the masks, like they put them on and transformed into these creatures, especially because they're grafted on and other horrible words.
Is any of you had a way of detect magic, some sort of? If not, we will. I guess we need to make 2 checks here: a medicine one and an arcana one. So we will have to remove the mask and then try to find out.
I'll do the medicine, unless someone has better than +4.
I have +5. I can do it.
I will aid you. I'll call you. I'll actually call you over. I'm also imagining like with your kind of like cool claws and stuff. It's like, that seems like a good tool to use for ripping masks off of people. So Lazar would call you over and be like, can you help me? I want to see something about this.
Oh, and you need my help?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. What are we doing?
If you could put your one hand kind of here and another here.
You want to remove the mask? Okay.
And
fine,
then
I can do that.
Yes, and we'll kind of, and he like would take like a dagger and like, kind of like help Winnow like try to pry it off.
No, gentle. So like, there's a little bit of, I know medicine. Okay, so that means it's with advantage, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Good thing I had advantage there, because one was a 2, and then one was a 15 for a dirty 20.
So you both move the corpse, so put it like in a stand-up position, and then you remove the hood, and you can see that the mask goes not all the way up, but maybe just sort of this way, up to this part. And it's not going to be easy, and it's rather than to the front, it's more like upwards. And as you start removing this, you notice that there is some sort of locks, metallic locks or hooks that keep it into the skull. Well, probably you notice that the flesh, and as you start moving it out, you notice that it was clapping to the skull as well. These sort of incisions gonna have provoke some sort of bleeding, but as you remove it, apart from this thing is dead already, there is no bleeding at all. So probably the body was dead from much before than just right now. Finally, you remove the mask and you notice 2 things. That there is some sort of parts of the face missing. Probably this one is missing an eye and a part of the cheek. We will have to investigate the others to see what's missing from them. But also on the mask, you see like what seems to be a worm that, but is encrusted into the mask. So you could sort of deduce that the worm was eating or feeding out of this corpse. The worm is not alive anymore, and as you sort of remove it, it decays immediately. So you can just have a quick look at this.
Can Nathan has an idea of what this lightly might be. Would Lazar not just have an idea of what it would be, but could it be something that he would maybe roll like religion for, knowing kind of his purview and his focus as it outside of his very important commitments to Navri's spiritual, soulful health, but also has other interests as well.
So that was the medicine check. Do you want to do that first, or do we want to do the Arcana check first?
So I misunderstood. I thought the medicine check was to remove it.
Yeah. Oh, and now the Arcana to see if the mask is magic, or have we abandoned that idea?
Then no. Just also that too. But I was also curious of like the worm itself is what I meant. Yeah. Of like if I that could be a way of identifying it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So yes, you can roll me religion. Is anybody helping here, or is anybody just like shocked of what you're looking at?
I can't really help, but at seeing, I'm just like, well, this stage just got even more disturbing.
This is
great.
So gross. Oh,
lovely.
Interesting. I wonder if there was a reason it only went. I wonder if there was a reason it only went for those specific parts of the face.
So for that question, you can also roll me another Arcana or religion, but maybe. Well, let me.
Yes, that was a question to the ether.
There's a lot,
everyone.
a lot happening. Feel free to pause for a second.
It is not on your powerhouse what you're looking at, but from all the knowledge that clerics have accumulated to the ages, that some sort of creatures are able to create or some sort of offspring, or they reproduce to some sort of parasites, and those parasites have been described like worms, something like that. So with your 19, I could told you that this is related to mind flayers. So you make your own. Sorry?
I said butts. That was my exclamation, my reaction to that information.
But yes, so that is, you're not totally sure, but that's the only recollection of knowledge from that.
Yeah, because like I'm imagining like Lazar, his mind is an enigma. He is, a complex individual with many interests. But something that his religious, like his actual clerical religious devotions are about are not just the stars and their positioning and, kind of like the cosmic order of things, but also a little bit of knowing what goes on in the darkness between the stars.
Nice.
And that's why I was wondering if this would be, kind of like, it's almost like a historic enemy of him and of his order. Yes. And so that's why I was curious. And Lazar, as soon as that would happen, would be like, oh shit.
You know that there is, absolutely. It started clicking in your mind. Yes. Are you communicate this to the group?
I'm imagining Garnet is still like getting like patched up and stuff, and Lazar has to like look at him and everyone else to break the bad news that it's actually worse than we maybe anticipated. Lazar's like, I do not know for sure, but there was a worm in this creature, and there are a lot of bad worms, but this might be one of the worst worms. It might be mind flayers that we are seeing. I don't know anything more. That's what I. There are a lot of clues that point me in that direction, and that's a bad, dangerous direction.
What the bloody hell's a mind flayer?
You mean the boogeyman with the... For the podcast listeners, I'm miming tentacles coming out of the face.
Lazar kind of like nods. I mean, like you say the boogeyman, and he like nods. He agrees. Yes, that is a good way to describe them. And he would, kind of give the, kind of the base overarching as much as you, Ali, would say that I would know based off of my character and my role, but would explain briefly that they are a alien in origin and alien in goals and alien in priorities. We are nothing but food for them. We are cattle.
As Lazar is explaining all of this, there is some words that vibe or resonate with Garnet and with Sarah. Could both of you please make me a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw?
Why aren't you keeping it to what I'm not good at? Oh, bugger. That's a 7.
Oh no, what a time for a nat 1. I'm going to... Oh no, I don't even think my... No, I can't save that. Oh wait, no. I can magical guidance. I'm going to use a sorcery point to... Oh no, it's an ability check, not a saving throw. No! Then it's a nat 1 for a 2.
Join me.
For a second. So, Nabri, you're the one that are the quietest. You can notice how they just for a second, it seems like they are gone. And they screech just like the creatures before. What? We don't know because you don't speak deep speech, right?
Can I cast tongues because I can speak it.
It's just one word or one expression that they say, and after that they come back to themselves.
Just like, what was that?
Just like that.
When they come to, are they aware that that happened?
I know they are not aware. Yes.
No. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So do you guys want to talk about that?
Walks out of the cavern. just goes. We're out.
Talk about what?
It's interesting that you refer to them as the boogeymen, and yet when you describe them in detail, they do not dance.
Okay, we're gonna circle back to that.
Yeah. Can we return briefly to what just happened here?
What?
Yeah, we just fought some strange things.
No, the other thing.
So you two, were you aware that you just made a kind of noise? Just
out like
of the blue.
Just like our friends from before, the ones that we just fought that had the worms in their face.
Do my joints need oiling?
No.
Well, we don't know technically, but it's a different. I hope you do not make that noise like just regularly.
I mean, both of them made that.
Oh.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Garnet's armor may also need oiling.
Yes. Roger, did you make a weird noise? Or was it Roger?
I don't...
You both opened your mouths to make this noise.
My mouth doesn't open.
Oh.
I now sit there and just go... For podcast listeners, I'm opening and closing my mouth to see if the noise comes out again.
Sorry, yeah, as a reminder, Sarah's face is like a mask of like a porcelain doll mask, but made out of metal. But she kind of talks through there'll be a voice box thing somewhere nearby.
I had forgotten that, thank you.
That's all right.
We're the Mask Twins!
Yay!
Yay! Sorry.
Fucking weirdos.
I'll kind of like lean into Lazar. And I'll just say, I'm a little... I feel like we have every right to be very concerned about
yes.
this.
Yes, it's very bad.
Yeah. And I mean, it obviously it would be awful because we don't have another pack mule, but you know,
it's not very about to suggest that we just like kill Garnet. You know,
no.
Let's not risk it. Let's we can find another.
That's what I heard.
He's only level 5. He doesn't. His strength is only 8. Technically, we could hire a commoner and who would be just as good at carrying stuff.
I could just imagine you two are having this conversation, and in the background, you can just see Garnot sitting on the floor going,
yeah, right,
trying to make noise.
Sarah's just studying him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
While this is going on, Winnow is just kind of checking for fever, kind of looking in the eyes. Even for you, Sarah, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
But we're not gonna be taken by surprise for not having checked.
Yeah.
Yes.
We know it's silly,
Yes.
but we are going to just be sure.
Yes.
Looking in Sarah's eyes right now is the equivalent of like looking directly into a torch.
Great.
Navri,
I can't see. I'm blind.
Nathan has a question.
Yes.
For you.
Yes.
How interested would Lazar know that Navri might be in terms of kind of diversifying her image and kind of becoming more of a brand and icon as opposed to like a touring musician? Like, are you looking to take that like
100%.
Where's your Beats headphones kind of thing, and like your fashion line and that?
Yes. So the whole reason that I hired Garnot actually is because I have Navri has incredible delusions of grandeur. She believes in her heart of hearts that she is definitely not delusions, obviously not. But she believes in her heart of hearts that she is like going to be the most important bard. So she preemptively hired Garnot as a bodyguard to keep her safe from all of her lunatic fans that will inevitably happen throughout the course of things. And then like finding you, that would have been your pitch to her. Like, well, like you're amazing. Obviously, you're fantastic at what you do. Obviously, but like it could be so much more. And that really got into her head and she really liked that idea. So absolutely, that would be a thing.
So as you're kind of leaning in and we're kind of like deciding to murder Garnet, like the usual kind of like checklist.
It's definitely not.
Seems like a weak conversation
that you brought up.
I have to go on record and state that no, I'm not saying that we should kill Garnot. I'm just saying
you're not
if
saying
he
it out
happens to
loud.
be taken over by a worm and he dies.
Nudge is as good as a wink to a blind man. I get it. I understand. But Lazar, as we're kind of like, as we are talking about this and are like, so this is bad, right? This is bad.
Very bad.
Lazar would this straddles the line for him between like, I am committed to the spiritual guru bullshit that he has going on. And he takes that very seriously and wants it to do well and gets money and attention from it, but also like has real beliefs and real, not commitments, but like pulls and understandings and that sort of thing. And like, this is like the perfect intersection of both of those. And so he is very slow to respond, and not just because he had that second helping of tea, because he's thinking through things. And eventually kind of what he says is this is very bad, but this is something that cannot be allowed to continue. You see, it is dangerous, it is impure, it is deadly. It does not belong here. We I believe that it is my responsibility to try and stop whatever it is going on here. But I will also say that ending this sort of a thing has a way of earning a lot of goodwill. It's people know, and if people know, they know, and then they will know. Do you understand?
I do. Of course. It's morally right. And financially? Potentially?
I mean, well, look, you know, I am not...
Garnet.
Sorry, Garnet just still making mop sounds or faces. It's like, well, you know, I don't have experience in the world of business. I have some opinions, of course, but this is about building your brand. You know, so it's not so much about getting the money now, but it's about putting yourself into a better position, both in terms of reputation, but also like astrally, you know, a better position for fame, success, etc.
Of course. No, you're right. Of course. Okay.
During this conversation, whilst Lazar has gone past the point of points and has just started waffling, I think once we've established that
you just don't understand me, you know, and you're just. I think that just because what I'm saying and doing doesn't jive with your creepy little robot brain doesn't mean it's not true. You know, in a spiritual sense.
Nice. Sarah's not paying attention.
Astrally speaking.
Astrally speaking.
You do you. Whilst that's happening, I think once we've established that Gar and Sarah are no longer making a strange noise that I don't remember happening, I think I will turn to leave Winnow looking at Garnet. Sorry, not Gar. And that's a different character, different hobgoblin and a different game. I'll leave Winnow looking at Garnet, and we'll pick up the mask that we took off and just try and look at it, see if I can investigate it, see if it's magical, see if anything is vibing.
Yes. So make me a Arcana check, please.
I would love to.
My dice would not. That was a 9.
A 9. It's... So immediately you don't know whether it's magical or not, or if it was magical before and now that is not in a host, it's not magical anymore. But the same as your inner self resonated with what Lazar said, your body sort of resonates with the material of this mask. It's not like, if you compare what you're made of and what the mask is made of, it's not the same material, but maybe there is some elements of the mask maybe in one of your bits. Yeah, ribs. Yeah, like the joints of your
rivets.
Rivets. Or some part of the same metal that is in your body is in some details of the mask.
Oh, interesting.
Are any of you mechanics?
If you consider the body a machine.
Or the soul.
No one does.
I agree to disagree.
No, sorry. Am I making that noise yet?
No, dear.
No.
Still no. Still no.
I was
It
hoping
seems
it might
that-
happen.
It seems that this mask is made of a metal that sort of resonates with me in a strange way. I do not quite understand it. If only I could speak to Nanny and ask her. Oh well. Shall we see if we can go and find Mr. Cassell now?
Why not? Do you want me to... The worm's out of it now. Do you want me to store that in my armor for you? And then maybe we can go find a blacksmith after, and then... Because it might give you some answers then, if that's what you're looking for.
maybe we could find your friends from your vision and they will know something more about this.
Gosh, I don't know where to start looking for them.
I'll help.
Thank you.
I'm tempted to ask. The worm is gone, right? And there's nothing that, feels overly horrible about this. It resonates. I mean, what happens if you just pop it on?
Oh, I had not considered that. One moment. We'll pop a couple of little, things, and the mask well, actually, what happens is, the wig and hat will have to, come off. And then the mask comes off. I guess you could see into Sarah a bit? I don't know how this works.
You tell me. You
There
describe
aren't a
me
lot
what
of
we
hard
see.
and fast rules, I think, in this circumstance. So I think you can just kind of say whatever.
Everything's canonical right now.
Yeah, she'll take her face off, I guess. Hand it to Winnow.
As one does, totally normal adventure.
And on Navri's suggestion, pick up. Which one was this, by the way? There were three. There was the wolf, the lion. What was the other one?
There was a bird.
So, the first one, which was wolf.
I'm just writing down lion and bird. Was it a particular bird?
Wolf, a bird, and lion.
Okay.
I feel that Garnot would perceive Sarah taking her mask off as like a very personal thing, like somebody taking their clothes off. So he would look away to not see what's underneath out of respect. He thinks it's out of respect.
Oh.
Time, can Winnow just kind of turn to you and say something?
To Sarah or Garnet?
To Sarah.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, it's a sort of confused considering it. Okay, wig and hat come off, face come off, hand in the mask so you can.
Sarah, are you sure you don't have to do this? It wasn't an order.
Oh. That's okay. I thought it might be worth trying.
Oh. Okay. I hope it's okay.
It does not hurt. I am more than just a face.
That's true. You do you. I'll hold my breath for you.
There's no need. I do not need to breathe. But thank you.
Good point.
I guess from your perspective, being taller, you'd be able to see, especially if the head tilted up. If you're able to see inside, you'd probably be able to see there is a crystal in the throat that might be her core. That is probably connected to what the voice box, whatever the words, is making noise as speech. But yes, we'll hand the mask. We'll then pick up the wolf mask and try it on, I guess.
So, first thing that you notice is when you put the mask, you can look at your comrades, and if it were like an X-ray, you can see their brains and the hearts. If you look at the bodies, you can see nothing. So there's nothing alive there. And you will assume that these people is not infected at all.
Oh, cool.
After a couple of seconds, your vision sort of blinds and you are off. What everybody else sees is the core of Sarah glowing and glowing and glowing. Not glowing, just glowing. And Sarah starts floating on the air. And like if the heart or like the core was a projector, an image is projected onto the pool. And what you can see is, are you familiar with sea slugs? These beauties?
Ooh. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, they're pretty.
So you see a projection of that into the water, just standing there. And the fun part of this is that they have some marks on those some sort of limbs, and those marks suddenly open, and you can see that those are actually eyes, and they look at you, and where sort of the heart or the tummy of this creature would be, a mouth opens and starts speaking in different languages until they find the right one to communicate with you. And what they say is like, "Oh, my child, it's been a long time. Wait, what is?" And sort of the eyes look at the body, and they sort of realize that Sira is not there because they are sort of projecting through Sira. Well, let me introduce me. If Sira hasn't done yet, I'm known as the Lonely One. And who are you?
I am the dangerous one.
Deadly,
That's what
deadly,
Sarah
deadly,
calls me.
deadly, deadly.
Deadly. I'm the deadly one. That's what Sarah calls me.
You can see how the eyes change some focus onto the others.
Lazar, as this pops up, Lazar says, and hearing Winnow say, like, identify themselves that way, turns to Navri and Garnet and says, "Do not say your real names."
I'm Glitter.
I'm Pack Mule. So I'm looking away.
Winnow, did you respond?
Winnow introduced themselves as the deadly one. Lazar didn't, though.
It's the deadly one. Well, it's nice to meet you. It's been they speak really slow, and yeah, I've been wondering what happened to Sira. And they look at the mask and like, "Oh, I see. I understand." Are you? Look at you, like it's clearly confused of what's going on. What are you exactly doing here? Because those things are not supposed to be in this plane.
We're looking for somebody.
And do you know where the other masks are?
Yes.
Those two? And I'll just point
What
at the
are they?
bodies.
Oh, no. There is other three missing. Let me explain myself before. I don't know how to explain this to little entities like you, but there is bigger interest out there in the cosmos. And one of my brothers created those items to, let's say, prepare this plane for his arrival, which means that things have been put in motion. And if this creature could have had a watch, they will be pointing at the watch, which is not timed yet. Not ready, neither the others. This shouldn't be happening now. So I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to help you to solve this little problem so I can keep the pace, the actual planning schedule. Does that make sense to you?
Not really. I've got absolutely no clue what you're talking about. I'm not even looking at you, so no idea.
Okay, I understand. Yes.
Couple
The one
of
with the
questions.
hand raised.
Couple of questions. First of all,
Absolutely.
why would you be helping us? We're just on a search.
It's not helping you. It's more like I need you to solve this for me.
Right.
But I guess that's a win-win situation.
Is there payment?
Yes, if these things take over the Earth, other things won't take on the Earth, on this plane won't take, some other stuff won't take place. So I won't be able to come back.
Right, so it's pro bono. Okay. Can Sarah come back?
Yes,
or
absolutely.
you?
Absolutely. It's not my intention to stay like this. As you can see, I'm just a projection of what I am.
Right, and it's mind flayers. Is
No. No. There is bigger, elder things.
Oh, no.
Mind flayers.
This is like and Nathan I think knows the answer, but especially Lazar, who is vaguely familiar with the things, is like, this is not shocking information to him. Like, this is like, oh yes, well yeah, no, of course. It's not ideal that it's happening right now, but yeah, these are all true, regular things. Is it possible to have to have the chance to put insight on this creature? Because like it's for me, just Lazar is a very like intuitive person and knows about this, but also knowing that this creature is so alien and incomprehensible, and that Lazar is a tiny speck. So is it even remotely possible to connect, between kind of like my experience and this creature's experience?
I will give you a insight check.
Can I help with my leading questions?
What kind of question? So let's see if there is another interaction with everybody and then make the insight check. Maybe we get some advantage. Mm-hmm.
Is there, sorry, not looking, respect and all that, is there any sort of like telekinetic connection between the masks or the creature, that it's not a mind flayery thing that I have no idea what it is?
Yes, you can use the mask to detect the other masks.
Quick question. So a little bit ago, before Sarah put the mask on, Garnot, no, I don't say that because we didn't give that name. Pack Mule, sorry. Pack Mule, and I'll gesture, and Sarah, and I'll gesture, kind of lost themselves for a minute and then let out like this really deep screeching, just awful, horrible thing, and they don't remember any of it. Do you know what that was all about?
Yes, it's a sort of resonant or a leftover of our connection with this plane. And Lazar will know about when they refer to our connection to this plane is like when first aberrations came from the Palm realm into this plane, is when psionic abilities started to appearing. So sort of they modified the plane, or they had a consequence on the plane. And in the case of Sarah, she is carrying a little bit of this entity. So that's why they sort of resonated.
Okay. I have a few more questions. I'm sorry this feels like an interview now. But I really want to know what exactly is it that you're asking us to do in practical terms, and does it have anything to do with the person we are looking for and the article? No, with the artifact that they were going to retrieve. We were looking for a Mr. Cassell, if that rings any bells.
I don't possess more information at this point than what Sarah has witnessed, but I know about the mask. And what I want you to do is get the other 3 masks to stop these little fellas here to reproduce further.
That sounds fairly straightforward. They drop like rocks, to be honest.
But Mr. Cassell is something that neither Sarah or I have more knowledge about. More than what you have experienced.
Do you happen to know what the artifact that he took from Baldur's Gate was? Is it a
When
mask?
you mention Baldur's Gate, I would say this creature, it has it's mainly white with white stripes that are like a little bit fluorescent, and they suddenly change to a red one, and then they come back to a blue one, and they say nothing. And it's like, I don't know what it is about.
I honestly didn't see that because I wasn't looking at it. So somebody else saw that, not me.
Are you sure?
Sarah, well, Nat, could you please make me a wisdom saving throw?
19.
So you're not witnessing this to take part of the conversation, but I will give you one question that could be about, not necessarily this. Let's imagine that you are in your happy place, this room that I have described before, in front of a table with a cup of tea, and there is one stuffed animal that resembles to the lonely one. Feel free to ask a question.
Oh no!
I don't know if she has any, like... I think the relationship between them has been kind of fairly symbiotic, so I don't know if she has any sort of questions on, like, why are you, who are, where are, because she kind of doesn't care. It's been just, like, cracking on. Yes.
Hello. The last time I was drinking tea, funny thing happened. My companions and I all had some sort of visual hallucinations. I don't know what all of theirs were, but in mine, I was informed that I might have siblings. Of a sort. Others that are like me, that are connected. Maybe through you? Do you know about them?
I'm sorry if I haven't been totally honest about that with you. But yes, there is a possibility of me existing in 2 other parts or 2 other entities. But I don't know about them. I don't have any connection with them. It's really strange that you could have known that. I feel always incomplete. So that sort of confirms the existence of other parts of me.
I am sorry.
I disconnected from them.
Oh. But you are connected to me. Do you know where I am all the time?
No. I exist inside of you. So it's actually the other way around. You know where I am because I'm inside of you.
Oh. Interesting. I will try and find the others.
You should ask Nanny.
Do you know where she went?
She put me here, so she might know.
But she ran away with the others. When the gloom fell.
Well, you don't worry, because this lonely one will always be with you. So you don't have to be alone.
Thank you. And I will always be with you.
I know. And with
Like,
that,
clink the teacups.
we come back to the room. So I think this is a point where an insight check is this. But I guess with the last question, with that silence, doesn't really. So Lazar, one more question before your insight.
Yeah. So Lazar has been quiet this whole time. He told you guys not to give your real names, but he didn't even give a fake name. Like, he has been standing there, and anyone, especially Garnet and Navri, who have been traveling with him for some time, but probably everyone, if they're paying attention. Like, Lazar, his spine has stiffened. He is like a almost different person as this is happening. There is no trace of the, like, maybe charlatan spiritual guru right now. He is like locked in and is staring at this scene, and his mind is worrying and is trying to figure out what he needs to do and say in this situation, because he was not ready for this. And he much like Sarah is also reflecting on the visions that they saw earlier, just like an hour or two ago, basically. And he's trying to get information, but also trying to prod at this entity and see if it could get a reaction, figure out if it's telling the truth, anything, right? And a single line from his vision pops into his head. And there's this pause, and everyone's looking. And he looks at this creature and he says, "Whose shadow becomes the way?"
Say again, whose shadow?
So in the vision, right at the end,
yes,
there said, "My shadow becomes the way."
Yes.
And so I'm asking, whose shadow becomes the way?
There is again a change in the colors, but this one stays in red. Probably you can interpret it that is excitement or, enervation. And they say in a cacophony of voices, the corpse star.
Well, Nathan doesn't like the sound of that.
Yeah, does that ring any bells?
Yeah, I was going to say, does that sound, is that familiar? I mean, it's reasonable that it might not be, but
yes.
Does it?
Do you want to roll insight check or do you want to history check?
Either would be great.
yeah, just the order. Probably the order.
I'll do the history. Is it history, religion? They're both the same for me. Does it matter?
Yeah, just roll.
Oh, bad. 7. So I have no idea. I assume
but at least
about the corpse star.
What Lazar knows, and you feel the whisper of your God onto your in your ear saying, the elder evils are coming. And that's all of your knowledge. I mean, with that, you can then recollect more knowledge in a proper investigation. And that was for that. Insight.
17 if it's just a straight roll with no assistance.
Yes. You get the feeling that they've been keeping things from you, but they have given the whole information for what you need to do to benefit them. Whether those actions may or not create consequences not good for you, who knows? But at least they've been honest about what they want.
Yeah, nothing that they have said has been a lie. There might be other things that they haven't said as well.
Yes.
Got it.
With that, you see how these projections start like diffusing and it disappears, and the core of Sarah stop glowing, or the light dims, and they just calmly float down. And the mask immediately just like falls to the ground.
Oh, oops, I dropped it.
We'll just bend down and pick it up.
I could see your hearts and brains.
Guys, I think we have to kill Sarah.
No one's killing Sarah.
No, that wasn't a French. It wasn't a French accent. So it wasn't there. That's how you know. So,
okay, cool, got you.
But I think we have to kill. I think we have to kill Sarah.
Well, I think that is enough for today.
No.
I can't wait for episode 3
the corpse star.
And to be thrown with another curveball with these lovely people. Thank you everybody for joining us in whatever this mad mess was. Thank you to my players for keeping me on my toes. And if you enjoyed tonight, we play every Monday and Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. GMT. And we also have our talk show on Fridays, 6 p.m. GMT, which is Talking is a Free Action, where we discover things about our players and the characters. All of our shows are streamed at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg, and you can find all of our content archived at youtube.com/rolltogetherrpg. There are also podcast versions for all our shows available everywhere. Search for Roll Together RPG. And if you can find it, let us know so we can upload it in your favorite podcast service. Massive thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. They are all amazing. They have created a nice wiki. And we also have our Discord, so please join us and support us. Big thank you again to our sponsors and supporters. And don't forget, we are all over social media as Roll Together RPG. Thanks for watching and see you very soon, because I need to solve this.